This episode is brought to you by Indie Insights. Indie Insights is our bi-weekly newsletter and love note to the film industry, movies, and the creatives that make them, not to mention you, our esteemed listeners. Inside, you'll find curated industry trends, articles, exclusive commentary, and underappreciated films from filmmakers like yourselves worldwide. And the best part is that it's completely free. So sign up today at www.bonsai.film/subscribe. It takes just a few seconds, and once you sign up, you'll get our next newsletter on Friday morning. It's that simple. Go to www.bonsai.film/subscribe to get Indie Insights, our bi-weekly newsletter, and join a network of film creatives just like yourself. That's www.bonsai.film/subscribe to get Indie Insights for free.
This is Mistakes in the Making.
Hi, I'm Priscilla Wise. I'm here to talk about mistakes. I would say one of my biggest mistakes in the industry, really lessons learned, is not recognizing my readiness level to actualize my goal, which at the time was to be a working screenwriter and eventually a showrunner. I was making progress towards my goal, expanding my network, nurturing new relationships in the industry, and contributing in many ways to my creative community. And I would say, too, that I was on the path as a writer. I was doing the work. I believed in my ability to tell interesting stories. I do it a little differently than others. I write to entertain myself. And if someone else finds it funny or heartwarming, great. And if they don't, great. So I see it as just me exploring my complicated mind, and that takes all of the pressure off, performing as a writer. So in addition to this momentum that I was making, I simultaneously realize now that I was skating around the periphery of making this dream a reality. At my core, I just wasn't really ready for it to actually happen. And I wasn't being honest with myself about what was holding me back. I didn't ask myself the right questions. And energetically, I think there's this energetic incongruency that precedes us when we go into any room, especially the rooms where decisions are being made. People feel our energy. And it just felt like, although I was making all of this progress, I also still was doing this, staying in the periphery of my dream, and that incongruency was somewhat evident. So to kind of explore those points, why wasn't I ready for it to happen? In retrospect, as a new writer, I didn't think I had enough ideas. And I just initially thought that I would write, one feature film. Let's see if I can get that done, check it off my list. And now I'm a writer. And I just didn't think I had a career worth of ideas. Whenever I was in a writer's group and they started talking about TV versus feature, I would shut off. I just never thought that I would have the ideas for TV. I wanted to apply for the HBO Writers Fellowship, and I didn't have a writing piece that I could turn in, but I had a week. So I ended up writing a pilot in the week called GILF, and I was amazed that I could come up with an idea, world, characters in that short period of time. I handed it over to someone that said, yes, a director said, you're onto something. Now give me the first 3 seasons in a series Bible. Again, I was not studying TV, so I was like, what's a series Bible? So I studied up on it and thought again, I don't have enough ideas to do TV, but I was able to come up with the first 3 seasons, and I could have gone another 3. So I really found like my true love in serialized, episodic. And it was the thing I was pushing so hard against. So I would say that's probably the second lesson is be open to more ideas. The thing that you push so hard against sometimes is your calling. I would say the other thing holding me back was in the pre-Zoom world, being ready was really meant moving to LA to have the most opportunity to be in a writer's room. And I thrive in LA in many ways. I love the writing community there. I love the weather. Number 3 on my list is Erewhon. check it out. But it also meant for me not being geographically close to my family, especially my parents. And I was a caregiver for them at the time. So I spent more than a decade of my life splitting my time between Florida and Nashville. I would say I focused on my family responsibilities as the thing that was holding me back. But if I'm more honest with myself, I just wasn't ready to be in a writer's room in LA. My timing was off. I was too distracted. I just didn't feel like I had enough mileage as a writer to really be successful at the level that I wanted to be. So being honest with myself to figure out that although I had this dream to be in a writer's room, I wasn't. I really dug deep and became very clear on who I am as a storyteller, what it is that I want to say, who I want to work with. I really want to be surrounded by truth tellers, people that are truthful. I never want to question in a writer's room whether or not, I never want to question someone's character. I think too, for me, storytelling is about getting to the truth. And for that, I think I have to be surrounded by truth tellers. So very clear on that. The other thing, to ask the question, what will I need to give up to achieve this goal? And am I willing to do that? Is this the right timing for this project? And one of the biggest ones for me is, am I in alignment in all ways? So I talked previously about, energetic incongruency, but what about energetic being congruent energetically? And that is what I'm saying, is what I'm doing, is my preparation, is all of that congruent? And so when I do walk in that room to create a writer's room, a project, build a crew, whatever that is, that my energy that precedes me is consistent with who I am, what I want, what I can contribute. The other one I don't want to overlook is, will this be fun? I mean, at this point, I just want to work really hard, put out beautiful projects, and have fun. Those are probably the questions that really upped my readiness level. So if I had any advice, it would be, what are your questions to ask yourself? Where are you holding yourself back? Where are you doubting yourself where you probably shouldn't? And then how are you showing up energetically in your project so that you're in alignment? What is the work that you need to do? What are the things you would have to give up to achieve your goal? So, all of the ways that you shine in what you do, whether it's within the film, TV community, music, whatever creative endeavor or not, they're so relevant and lets people know really who you are and what you do well. So the ways you can find me, I'm actually launching my own production company. It's called Always Sunny in 68, launching next month, which is January 2023. And I am on Instagram. I will say Always Sunny in 68 will be all comedy and dramedy. Always Sunny there. And I will be co-producing my own projects, which are mostly female forward, but explore all types of relationships. And you can find me on Instagram. It's Priscilla Wise. I'm also on LinkedIn, same name. I'm on Twitter, but with all the Twitter stuff, I'm not sure how long that's going to last. And if you friend me on Facebook, I will accept, but just know that I'm on there about once a year to thank everybody for birthday wishes. I wish you guys all of the luck in your endeavors, and thanks so much for listening.
You've been listening to Mistakes in the Making. If you have your own mistake that you've made while in the film industry, and you want to let others know so they don't make the same mistake, reach out to us at contact@bonsai.film and we'll take it from there. You can also reach out to us on social media at _bonsai creative on Instagram and Twitter, and you can search for us on YouTube and Facebook by searching for Bonsai Creative. You can also visit our website where we have industry insights and links to all of our podcasts and so much more at www.bonsai.film. And thank you for listening.